Our next guest is living proof that you can write your own script. She's done just that, from Glamour to Vogue, from Sports Illustrated to Rolling Stone. She's been on the cover of more than 500 magazines. She's that girl, the one in the red Ferrari. Please welcome the timeless, trailblazing, and still radiant Christie Brinkley. Good morning, Christie.
Hi. I love your name, Gentry, by the way.
Oh, I appreciate that. I can't play the piano quite like Billy Joel, but I'm not bad on the guitar.
Right.
I'm excited for you in this brand new book. I know a lot of your life is usually in front of the camera, but I feel like this new memoir, we're getting a look behind the camera at your life.
Oh, very definitely are. Yes, you are. And I'm thrilled because I put it all out there, and I felt very vulnerable the night before it hit the stands, right? But the feedback has been amazing, better than I ever could have imagined. So people are really connecting to it. I'm my dear, sweet, lovely readers are just writing me the most wonderful messages, like, I didn't want it to end, and please tell me you're writing another book, and really connecting with it. So I'm thrilled.
I haven't gotten through the whole thing yet, Christie, but I'll tell you what some of the things I have gotten through, and then maybe you can elaborate. But there are some wild stories in there. You escape death.
Yes.
You escape death in a helicopter crash. You sneak in to Whiskey Go-Go in the middle of the night to see Jim Morrison. You get kicked.
Yes.
You get kicked out of Frank Sinatra's hotel room. I mean, it's cowboys. It's rock stars. What a life. Yeah. What a life you've lived. Who would have known?
Oh, yeah. It's a rootin' tootin' exciting life. And I love that you mentioned all of that, because I was worried that people may think, oh, she's been around so long, we already know everything about her. But there's so much that people don't know. And I think the stories are really fun. And, it's not a book, like, I didn't set out like I want to teach everybody or give a lesson. I just wanted to write some stories that would be a fun, diversion in this crazy world. And you could just curl up on the couch and take a trip to Paris with me, or Mexico, or Greece, or Frank Sinatra's hotel room.
Can you tell us why you got kicked out of that hotel room? What could possibly that little blue-eyed American girl be doing to get kicked out?
Well, I think you have to read the book, but I can tell you this. I ended up with him singing a little song that went something like this. Christie Brinkley, Christie Brinkley, Christie Brinkley.
And what were you singing? If I don't, mind asking you, what kind of music were you singing?
I was just soaking it up. I mean, when Frank Sinatra sings to you, you don't open your mouth.
Understood. I know you talk a lot about music in the book, especially Joni Mitchell and Edith Piaf and Bob Dylan. Are these still artists that are soundtracks to your life? How often are you putting on some old Edith Piaf?
Oh, all the time. All the time. I love music. I think that music is, the art form that can transport you, that can bring you back in time or get you up out of your chair. Music is really just paints the air with color and light, and it's the most amazing art. And I think that I have been so lucky to have all this amazing music in my home, to be able to, live with Billy Joel, like, on the piano, and now I've got Alexa on piano, and to have been able to meet all the living legends, from Stevie Wonder to Bob Dylan, who, like, I literally, I know all the words to all his songs and really took them to heart. And it became, part of who I am. and why I believe that we can change the world and we can make it a better place and all of that. So
I think the new book is magical, Christie. It's an open journal to me of love. There's heartbreak. There's reinvention, unforgettable adventures. The book is called Uptown Girl. Speaking of music, when was the last time you heard the song Uptown Girl on the radio or you sought it out? Like, I want to hear that song. How long has it been since you heard the record?
I probably like 15 minutes.
Oh, you just listened to it.
Oh, it's when people are sending me little videos to say how much they love the book, and they'll open with Uptown Girl playing or have it in the background. So I'm hearing Uptown Girl all day long right now.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the history behind that song is Billy started writing it for another girl, but then he met you.
Yep.
And then he finished the song, and it's always been attached to you. You are that Uptown Girl, correct?
Yeah, he started writing it for a fantasy girl who had the entire record industry dreaming of her. And then he realized, she's just a fantasy girl. I'm going to put this song away. And then one day out of the blue, he goes, oh my gosh, I just realized something. I've been writing a song about you.
Wow.
And he got it back, out of the shelf and finished the song. And then, of course, I was in the video, and the rest is history, as they say.
That Billy, man, he sure is smooth, I'll tell you. The new book is called Uptown Girl, a memoir. I want to ask you quickly, what's the greatest concert you've ever been to? Because you've been to a lot of shows. Just really quickly, what popped into your head right now when I asked you? What's the greatest show?
Right now, when you say it, I would have to say when my daughter Alexa sings with him on stage at Madison Square Garden. I could not be more happy, proud, excited. And I'm that little dot running along the bottom of the stage trying to get it on my iPhone from every angle.
Nice.
You're in the bleachers, in the back, or the nosebleed seats in the back, and you see some sort of little thing running along the edge of the stage. That's me.
I would like to switch gears, pun intended, to the Ferrari, if you don't mind, Christie. And correct me if I'm wrong, that iconic role you had in National Lampoon's Vacation, you had 0 lines, but you made such a mark on the movie. I mean, I remember every scene you were in, but now the more I think about it, did you ever say anything, or was it all looks?
Yeah, no, I had all of the scenes in the car, which were the flirting scenes, right? But then we do meet in the bar. You don't remember? And he's pretending to be like a secret agent and undercover. And I do have a talking scene there. And then we decide to go swimming in the pool. And I do my little striptease.
Amazing.
How could you forget?
Well, I can remember that legendary pool scene, and I hear that you guys were skinny dipping at 2 a.m. in freezing water and bright lights. What do you remember from that night? And was Chevy a gentleman?
Oh, yeah, he's the best. He's great. Yeah, I have to say we recreated that scene for a TV commercial once, and it was the coldest night in recorded history in Los Angeles. And they had to put giant ice cubes in the pool because it was steaming, because it was warmer than the outdoor freezing cold temperature. So they had giant blocks of ice delivered. And I can tell you, I was so cold in that water, I could barely deliver my lines for the commercial because my mouth was frozen. I was talking like this.
How did you react when they told you to go topless? Because was that in the script? Did you know that they were going to want you to take your clothes off for this scene?
No, it was like in the middle of the night, and they suddenly threw that in, and like, all right, and you're going to just, take off your bra, and then you'll jump in the pool. And I said, oh no, I don't think so. I think that it's important to leave that to the imagination. I make a lot of money, like leaving that to the imagination. And I was saved by Beverly D'Angelo, who said, "You'll get your titties. I'd be happy to show mine."
Oh, that's classic. Oh, yeah, and in which she did, I know, in those movies. We're talking right now
Yes.
with the idol, the Christie Brinkley. Her new memoir is called Uptown Girl. All these amazing stories inside this magical book. I highly recommend that you go and check it out. Also, you did all your own stunts in that film, right? National Lampoons. You drove the Ferrari.
Yes.
I hear even Al Franken.
Yes.
Is it true Al Franken gave you some driving lessons?
Al Franken gave me driving lessons at Warner Brothers. We were like zipping along because, you got to to go from the fourth to the fifth, it has a fifth gear. And so you have to do this heel toe maneuver. And so I did all my own driving, which is not allowed anymore. Nowadays, they put the car on a flatbed and, insurance reasons. But back in the good old days, I did all the driving.
What was your first car you ever had, Christie, when you were, a teenager? Did you get a car?
Yeah, I bought myself a BMW.
Oh, nice. So you've always been handy behind the wheel then, because you made it look so easy in that Ferrari.
Well, I'm from California. We learned to drive before we learned to stand.
Nice. Well, you did very good work there. And then I'd like to ask you about all the work that you've done away from the camera, which is anti-nuclear work, environmental causes. You have been way more than a pretty face your whole entire life. What's something that you're
thank you.
What's something that you're deeply involved in right now?
Yeah, when you become a mom, your thoughts move towards the future. What's the future going to be like for your kids? And you want them to inherit a beautiful, healthy planet. So right now, I'm all up in arms over our national parks our public lands being sold off. I think it's just wrong. Those lands belong to we, the people, and they're protected for a reason. We need them. We need to have the biodiversity that they offer. That keeps our planet healthy. That keeps us healthy. It's very, very important that we all get on board with this and not let them drill, baby, drill on places that are what makes America so beautiful. America the Beautiful with Drill, Baby, Drill in Grand Canyon and in the National Park's Grand Staircase, Escalante, and all of these places that, inhabit our images of America and the red rocks and the mesas and that's us. That's what makes us us. And our children deserve better. They deserve a clean environment, clean air, clean water, and we can't destroy it. We can't allow the loggers to come in and cut down all the wood. We get our wood from Canada for a good reason. Our wood is still too young here. They have old wood that makes for good carpentry. This is going to be bad wood, but they're, quick profit. And it's not about that. It's about the long run. Well, so I'll get off my soapbox now, but
I see. I see where your passion is, and amen, sister. Stand up for what you believe. You've always done that your whole life.
Yes.
And so we respect you for that.
I have, and I will continue, and I'll never stop protecting our children's healthy, right to a healthy future for all children.
I'll leave you with this, Christie, but I know you were just a child at 20 years old when you were outside that phone booth in Paris. What would you say right now at your age? What would you say to 20-year-old Christie after all of these years if you had a chance to grab her before she picked up that call near the phone booth?
I think I would probably say, fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Well, there you have it. Just like your dad always told you, Christie, baby, you keep writing your own script. All right, Christie, keep doing it.
I will. The best is yet to come.
All right, God bless you, and go get the new book, Uptown Girl, a memoir with our guest, Christie Brinkley. Thank you for your time, Christie.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.